Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all ages, welcome to the ultimate gaming destination. Today, we're bringing you the best and most awesome new Steam Deck game sales and deals. That's right, we're talking about scoring super cheap games that will keep you gaming for hours on end. Are you tired of paying full price for your favorite games? Do you want to expand your gaming library without breaking the bank? Well, you've come to the right place. We've scoured the depths of the Steam store to bring you the latest and greatest deals on the hottest games around. Whether you're into RPGs, action-packed shooters, or heart-pumping sports games, we've got something for everyone. And the best part, you won't have to empty your wallet to get your hands on these games. So grab your gaming gear, strap on your headset, and get ready to level up your gaming experience with us. We're about to show you how to get your game on like never before. It's time to discover the world of cheap Steam Deck games and score some epic deals along the way. Let's do this. First of all, let's start with the good news. Children of Morta is a beautiful game that combines pixel art with smooth animations. The game is an action RPG that lets you control a family of guardians on a mission to save their land from corruption. The game has great replay value because every time you play, the dungeon layouts change, making it a fresh experience every time. Now, let's get to the bad news. While the game has excellent graphics, it lacks diversity in the environments. You'll find yourself in similar-looking dungeons over and over again, which can become monotonous. Also, the game's leveling system can feel a bit grindy, as you need to grind levels to progress further. Overall, Children of Morta is a fantastic game that deserves a playthrough. It's beautiful, engaging, and has tons of content. However, it does have its flaws, like repetitive environments and a grindy leveling system. But if you're a fan of action RPGs, then Children of Morta is definitely worth your time. This game is like a bag of mixed candies, some sweet, some sour, but ultimately satisfying. On the sweet side, the pixel art graphics are drool-worthy, and the soundtrack is so catchy it'll be stuck in your head for days. The gameplay is addictive too, as you play as a shopkeeper during the day and an adventurer at night. You'll need to balance both roles to get the best loot and earn the most money. But on the sour side, the combat system can be a bit repetitive and clunky at times. You'll need to grind through the same dungeons over and over to progress, which can be a bit of a drag. Plus, the story is a bit shallow, leaving you wanting more character development and lore. Overall, Moonlighter is a tasty treat for those who love pixel art and enjoy simulation and adventure games. Just be prepared for a bit of grinding and a lack of depth in the storyline. Get ready to embark on a beautiful and emotional adventure with Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. This game will have you feeling all the feels as you journey through the lush and enchanting forest. The graphics are absolutely stunning, with a rich color palette and intricately designed environments that will leave you in awe. The music is also a standout feature, perfectly complementing the gameplay and enhancing the emotional impact of the story. However, the difficulty can be frustrating at times, with some sections feeling nearly impossible to conquer without repeated attempts. Additionally, the save system can be a bit finicky, leading to some frustrating moments when progress is lost due to a lack of saves. Overall, Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition is a must-play for anyone looking for a game that will tug at your heartstrings while also providing a challenging and rewarding gameplay experience. Get ready to launch into an adventure like no other with Roundguard. This game combines the addictive gameplay of Peggle with RPG elements for a truly unique experience. The graphics are bright and colorful, and the characters are charming and fun to interact with. The gameplay is easy to pick up, but still provides a challenge as you progress through the levels. The RPG elements add a new layer of depth, allowing you to upgrade your character and gear. However, the game can start to feel repetitive after a while, with each level feeling similar to the last. Additionally, the randomness of the ball bounces can lead to some frustrating moments, especially when you're so close to completing a level. Overall, Roundguard is a fun and addictive game that will keep you entertained for hours on end. While it may not be the most groundbreaking game out there, it's definitely worth a try for anyone looking for a new take on the classic Peggle formula. Get ready to fire up your frying pan and get cooking with PlateUp. This game will have you scrambling to prepare meals against the clock and impress the judges. The gameplay is fast-paced and addictive, with a good balance between the cooking and the time management aspects. The graphics are also top-notch, with bright colors and cute character designs that will keep you engaged. However, the game can start to feel repetitive after a while, with the same few dishes appearing over and over again. The judges' feedback can also be a bit vague, making it difficult to understand what you need to improve on. Overall, PlateUp is a fun and challenging game that will have you cooking up a storm in no time. While it may not be the most complex or deep game out there, it's definitely worth a play for anyone who loves a good time management game with a culinary twist. Get ready to unleash your inner ninja with Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, Aiko's Choice. This game will have you sneaking and slicing your way through levels with style. The gameplay is intense and satisfying, with a variety of characters and abilities to master. The level design is also top-notch, with multiple paths and creative solutions to each challenge. The story and characters are engaging and will keep you invested throughout the game. However, the difficulty can be punishing at times, requiring precise timing and execution to succeed. The camera angles can also be frustrating, making it difficult to see enemies or plan your approach. Overall, Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun, Aiko's Choice is a must-play for anyone who loves a good stealth game. While it may not be the easiest game out there, the satisfaction of successfully completing each level is well worth the effort. Get ready to zap your way through a thrilling adventure with Zapling Bygone. This indie Metroidvania game will have you exploring a vibrant world filled with secrets and challenges. The graphics and art style are gorgeous, with a unique blend of sci-fi and fantasy elements. The gameplay is fun and engaging, with a variety of weapons and abilities to unlock and use. The story and characters are also interesting, adding depth to the world and making you invested in their journey. However, the game can feel a bit too linear at times, with limited opportunities for exploration or deviation from the main path. The difficulty can also be inconsistent, with some areas feeling too easy while others are frustratingly difficult. Overall, Zapling Bygone is a fantastic indie game that is definitely worth playing. While it may have some flaws, the overall experience of exploring the world and discovering its secrets is well worth the investment. Get ready to command your army to victory with Warpips. This strategy game will have you deploying units and using tactics to outsmart your enemies. The gameplay is fast-paced and addictive, with a good balance between strategy and action. The graphics are also top-notch, with detailed units and environments that add to the immersion. The game is also well optimized, running smoothly even on lower-end systems. However, the game can feel a bit too simple at times, with limited options for unit upgrades or customization. The campaign can also feel a bit repetitive, with similar objectives and maps appearing frequently. Overall, Warpips is a fun and engaging strategy game that is perfect for quick sessions or longer play sessions alike. While it may not have the depth of some other strategy games, it's definitely worth checking out for anyone who loves a good tactical challenge. Get ready to lead the resistance against the Nazi invasion with Partisans 1941. This game will have you using stealth and strategy to outsmart your enemies and save your homeland. The gameplay is engaging and challenging, with a variety of tactics and approaches to each mission. The graphics and sound design are also impressive, immersing you in the world and adding to the tension. The story and characters are also well written, making you invested in their struggle and their triumphs. However, the game can feel a bit too difficult at times, with some missions requiring multiple attempts to complete. The AI can also be a bit frustrating, with enemies spotting you from unrealistic distances or failing to react to your actions. Overall, Partisans 1941 is a great game for anyone who loves strategy and stealth games set in historical settings. While it may have some flaws, the overall experience of leading a resistance and fighting against the odds is well worth the investment. Welcome to Children of Silentown, a hauntingly beautiful adventure game that will take you on a journey through a mysterious world of shadows and secrets. The game's art style is stunning, with a unique blend of dark tones and vivid colors that creates an eerie yet enchanting atmosphere. The soundtrack is also fantastic, immersing you in the game's world and adding to the emotional impact of the story. The puzzles and gameplay mechanics are clever and satisfying, with a good balance between challenge and accessibility. However, the game's story can feel a bit too vague and disjointed at times, with some plot points feeling underdeveloped or confusing. The game's length is also a bit on the short side, with the story and gameplay feeling a bit rushed in some areas. Overall, Children of Silentown is a great adventure game that is perfect for fans of atmospheric storytelling and puzzle solving. While it may have some flaws, the overall experience of exploring this eerie and enchanting world is well worth the investment. All aboard Unrailed, the cooperative multiplayer game that will test your teamwork and resourcefulness as you race to build a train track across treacherous terrain. The gameplay is addictively fun, with a good balance between strategy and chaos as you work together to gather resources, build tracks, and avoid obstacles. The game's graphics and sound design are also charming and whimsical, with a colorful and cartoonish style that will put a smile on your face. The game's multiplayer mode is also a blast to play with friends, adding to the overall enjoyment. However, the game can feel a bit too difficult at times, with the randomized level generation sometimes leading to impossible scenarios. The single-player mode can also feel a bit lonely, as the game is really designed to be played with friends. Overall, Unrailed is a great game for anyone who loves cooperative multiplayer games that are easy to pick up but hard to put down. While it may have some flaws, the overall experience of building a train track across a crazy landscape is well worth the ride. Welcome to Sunhaven, a relaxing and charming farming simulation game that will have you tending to crops, raising animals, and building your own little piece of paradise. The game's graphics and art style are absolutely gorgeous, with a colorful and detailed world that will make you feel like you're on a peaceful vacation. The gameplay is also enjoyable, with a good balance between managing your farm and exploring the surrounding areas. The ability to customize your character and farm is also a nice touch, allowing you to really make the game your own. However, the game's tutorial can feel a bit overwhelming, with a lot of information thrown at you all at once. The game's controls can also be a bit finicky at times, leading to frustration when trying to interact with objects or move around the world. Overall, Sunhaven is a great game for anyone who wants to relax and unwind with some farming simulation gameplay. While it may have some flaws, the overall experience of building your own little paradise is well worth the investment. Get ready to put your problem-solving skills to the test in Bridge Constructor Portal, the bridge building game that combines the physics-based gameplay of Bridge Constructor with the mind-bending puzzles of Portal. The game's mechanics are incredibly fun and challenging, with a great balance between trial and error and using your brainpower to solve each puzzle. The addition of Portal elements like portals and turrets adds an extra layer of complexity, and makes the game even more enjoyable for fans of the series. The game's humor and witty writing are also a highlight, adding a playful and lighthearted tone to the gameplay. However, the game's graphics and sound design are a bit lackluster, with a simplistic and somewhat dated look that doesn't quite live up to the potential of the Portal universe. The controls can also be a bit frustrating at times, leading to mistakes and wasted resources. Overall, Bridge Constructor Portal is a must-play for fans of the Portal series and anyone who loves a good brain teaser. While it may have some flaws, the overall experience of building bridges and solving puzzles with GLaDOS and her crew is well worth the investment. Get ready to rev up your engines and hit the track in Mad Tracks, the zany racing game that puts a playful spin on the genre. The game's colorful and cartoonish graphics are a highlight, with a variety of tracks and vehicles to choose from that add to the game's fun and lighthearted tone. The game's physics-based gameplay also adds an element of unpredictability, making each race a unique and exciting experience. However, the game's controls can be a bit finicky, leading to frustrating moments where your car may not respond as expected. The game's lack of online multiplayer also limits its replayability, as you'll need to rely on local multiplayer or single-player modes to keep the fun going. Overall, Mad Tracks is a fun and engaging racing game that's perfect for fans of the genre looking for a bit of lighthearted fun. While it may have some flaws, the game's playful graphics and physics-based gameplay make for an enjoyable experience that's sure to keep you entertained for hours. Get ready to make a splash in this colorful and challenging platformer, Splasher. The game's unique and creative use of water mechanics adds a fun and engaging twist to the traditional platformer genre. The game's colorful graphics and upbeat soundtrack also help create an immersive and enjoyable experience that's sure to keep you hooked. However, the game's difficulty can be quite high, making it frustrating at times. The lack of checkpoints and the need for precise timing and execution can lead to repeated failures and a sense of discouragement. Overall, Splasher is a fun and innovative platformer that's perfect for players looking for a challenge. While it may be tough at times, the game's creative use of water mechanics and vibrant visuals make it a worthwhile experience that's sure to keep you engaged. Get ready to rock out to some old school tunes with Old School Musical. The game's retro-style graphics and chiptune soundtrack create a nostalgic and fun atmosphere that's sure to delight fans of classic gaming. The game's humor and quirky story also add to its charm and keep the player engaged. However, the game's rhythm gameplay can be a bit simplistic and repetitive at times, making it less engaging than other rhythm games on the market. Additionally, some players may find the game's humor and story to be hit or miss. Overall, Old School Musical is a fun and charming rhythm game that's perfect for fans of retro gaming and chiptune music. While its gameplay may not be the most innovative, its humor and nostalgia factor make it a worthwhile experience. Are you ready to put your typing skills to the test with Epistory Typing Chronicles? The game's unique typing gameplay and beautiful papercraft art style make for a refreshing and engaging experience. The game's exploration and puzzle-solving elements also keep the player on their toes. However, some players may find the typing gameplay to be too challenging or frustrating, especially if they are not proficient typists. Additionally, the game's story and characters may not be as compelling as the gameplay and art style. Overall, Epistory Typing Chronicles is a fun and innovative typing game that's perfect for those who love a challenge. While it may not appeal to everyone, its unique gameplay and beautiful art style make it a standout title in the genre. Get ready to lead your cute and cuddly army on a rampage through the city streets in Anarcute. On the plus side, Anarcute is an absolute riot. The graphics are colorful and charming, and the soundtrack is catchy and upbeat. It's hard not to smile as you watch your little animal army wreak havoc on everything in sight. The game also has a great sense of humor that will keep you entertained throughout. On the downside, the game can get repetitive after a while. The objectives don't change much, and the gameplay can feel a bit one-note. Additionally, the camera can be a bit finicky at times, making it difficult to get a good view of your surroundings. Overall, Anarcute is a fun and entertaining game that's perfect for a quick pick-up and play session. Just don't expect a deep and complex experience. If you're looking for a cute and chaotic romp through the city, Anarcute is definitely worth a look on your Steam Deck. Oh boy, it's time to get spellcasting with The Last Spell. This tactical RPG with tower defense elements will keep you on your toes as you battle hordes of monsters trying to take over your town. The game's pixel art style is impressive, with each character and monster having unique designs that pop on the screen. One downside is that the gameplay can become repetitive over time, with a lack of variety in enemy types and environments. But fear not, as the game's upgrade system and skill trees allow for some customization and strategic decisions. Overall, The Last Spell is a solid addition to the tactical RPG genre, blending different gameplay elements into a satisfying experience. This 2D side-scrolling action game will definitely give you the chills. On the positive side, the combat is fast and satisfying, with tons of combos and abilities to unlock. The art style is also fantastic, with a mix of 2D and 3D graphics that looks gorgeous. Additionally, the story is well written and will keep you hooked until the end. On the downside, the game can be a bit repetitive at times, with some areas feeling similar to others. There are also a few frustrating platforming sections that can lead to some unfair deaths. Overall, ICEY is a cool game that is definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of action games with a great story and awesome combat. Gamers, it's time to wrap up. We hope you've had fun exploring the awesome new Steam Deck game sales and deals. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest game deals. Share your experiences in the comments below and keep on gaming. Peace.